Mama, na digital blessing. High tech, they rise, no stressing. Money boy on the beat. I see numbers on my screen. Green candles make me lean. My people, them, they win. High tech, they flow like stream. Enough, we go down. Now only we know. All my people gather round. Make we show them how we do. Hey. High tech, na juju money. Juju money. Price, they rise infinitely. My God, dash us this blessing. This blessings. Digital money, no go rest, oh. No rest. Sharp pattern, they confirm. Every trader, they affirm. All time high, no be ceiling. Market makers, them, they feeling. My brother, check this stats.
Alright, I think everything should be working fine. Let me quickly confirm if we have sound, just so I don't talk to myself for 30 minutes straight or 1 hour. Let's see. It should be good. Okay, everything is working fine, so we can start, of course. My name is Hightech. I'm the not CEO, like the creator. I'm the creator of Hightech Meme Coin. I don't know, maybe you could call me a CEO of Hightech. Why am I so dark now? This camera, sometimes it doesn't really know how it wants to show me. Okay, so all these live streams, of course, I talk about what just happened today in the cryptocurrency market, what I think about it, and of course, I talk about Hightech, how revolutionary idea about meme coins. This one is how revolutionary approach to meme coins Hightech is, and yeah, I think it's definitely worth to check this one out. So let's start. All right, let's change the screens and let's see what we are having today. I mean, Bitcoin is kicking, definitely is ripping to the upside, just like I was telling you guys is going to do. By the way, if you guys have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to ask me. I will obviously see it here in the live chat. I live stream to 3 different platforms at once, to Rumble, YouTube, and Twitch. And by the way, on Twitch, I don't know why, but most of the time, this up-to-date title of live stream does not, and the same with the same is the case is literally the same with thumbnail. For whatever reason, it's not copied. It does not copy. So yeah, if you see some weird title there and some completely outdated thumbnail, then no, I'm working on it. I haven't figured out why Twitch does that. It's the only platform that does that. On Rumble, I get it right. On YouTube, I get it right, and Twitch, I don't know. It gives me a little bit of work, additional work. So, yeah. So no surprise here at all. I was telling you guys that it's going to end up like this. That we will be waving towards the upside. Altcoins will be going parabolic, more and more parabolic. I mean, we just have closed a daily candle literally 15 minutes ago on UTCs, and we are going to examine that, of course. But yeah, I mean, this is the last 24 hours. So let's take a look for last hour. So as you see, we already have some decent green colors here. Heydal, I don't know what that is. I don't even know if I read it right. Heydal, plus 6.7. I have no idea what that is. Probably a meme coin or something. Is it? No, this is some sort of a protocol. So I have no idea. By the way, on my mobile app on YouTube, I see something like top funds. What the hell is that? This is the first time I see it. This is weird. Okay, whatever. That's an off topic. because I track the live chat on YouTube here on my phone. I'll be also, of course, looking at this one here, just not to discriminate, people on other platforms. I don't know why. When I try to load a live chat from Rumble, that allows me to see chats, on all of the platforms. For whatever reason, it does not work on my phone. So that's why, I'm forced to do this one plus my phone. But the most interactions I expect from YouTube. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. We'll see. Anyway, even though I think for up until now the most chats I have received from Twitch, which was very unexpected, but that's the statistics for now. And so I think today, the rest of this week is going to remain green, given how market structures we are having now, all over the place. The one that I cannot absolutely skip is how Bitcoin dominance is acting. It's completely, it's in total shambles. in complete shambles, as I was telling you guys just yesterday. I told you that we are in a full swing down on Bitcoin dominance, and it's highly likely not going to stop anytime soon. The first thing that can stop us out for some time, probably not for long, is the 62.18%, right? But we just started this daily here. It literally opened 54 minutes ago, and it's already, it's already looking promising. So expect altcoins to go crazy. I think the odds are very solid that we will see a lot of green left and right, and the daily has closed with local high. The candle body with local high. With the week, we have not established local high yet, but with candle body, yes. And in my eyes, in my feeling, local high with the candle body is more important. With candle close on the daily, more important than with the week. So that is why I'm very satisfied. Weekly looks like an absolute fire here. This candle body is towering, literally towering over this market structure here. So we are just emerging from this zone of support I've been talking about for so long, this one here. I think this is a beginning of a large move towards the upside, and if you fade this one, the pain you will have to endure will be so great that you cannot even fathom. So I think you should have at least a little bit of skin in the game, in altcoins. Bitcoin will perform too, but probably it will be nowhere near to what altcoins are about to do. And I think an early harbinger of this is what is going on Ethereum. I've been showing you guys that I have a trade on Ethereum, which is doing very well. I have a trade on Bitcoin too, on Ethereum too. This one is actually approaching plus, maybe not, 35.74 right now. So it is approaching plus 40%, and I think it's going to reach even plus 100, to be honest. That's what I believe. Maybe somewhere in between we are going to get a pullback, and this position is going to maybe this position closes and then it gets reopened, and I don't get, you know, my take profit at plus 100%, which is the thing I always await the most. But I think it is much more likely for this trade to end up in getting that take profit at plus 100%, right? So yeah, but that's nowhere near anyway. That's nowhere near as good trade as the one that you can take right now on my meme coin, of course, on Hitec, because this one has scored minus 71% at some point today. One of very early hodlers, I don't know, got impatient, or maybe, I don't know, lost faith in project for whatever reason. I don't really understand that, but as a matter of a fact, he completely got rid of his holdings, dumping the price, and as you see others are making use of that opportunity. They are buying it up, and to be honest, I was not expecting even to see those prices ever again on Hitec. So I'm blown away, and you know, I've been telling you yesterday that the opportunity of this one is literally stupid. Is literally stupid, and now it just became like 10 times more stupid. 10 times more stupid, because I'm trying to explain it to you guys. This is a very revolutionary take on meme coins. This is a completely new chapter of how meme coins should be done, how they can be adopted by influencers and then run by influencers, and how they can be indirectly a form of someone's tokenization. This one is going to be a blueprint for all of influencers all over the world. So this is a very small market right now. At this time, it has, I don't know, like $10,000 of liquidity. Okay, $11,000 of liquidity, and this is the only project I promote here, and it will stay that way, like literally lifetime, because it has my face on it. So yeah, this is stupid cheap, literally stupid cheap right now. So if you ignore it, then you will not have to wait too long for me telling you I told you. And yeah, don't just get yourself a little bit, like $1, $2, $3. If I'm wrong, you're not going to, you know, kill yourself over an amount that's small from those levels, from those prices. If I'm right, well, even if you invest that little, I don't know, you will get yourself a new MacBook or something like that, or a new iPhone, or something among those lines. So the win-lose ratio here, given you know how persistent I am, how consistent I am, and one thing you cannot tell about me is that I never was a quitter. I'm not a quitter, and if anyone thinks something like this phases me, not at all. Absolutely not at all. Like I said, this is a silly class of a no-brainer opportunity. I mean, it was like that yesterday, and today is like literally 10 it has grown 10 times in that scale. So yeah. You know, and especially if you know a little bit more about me, because if you, I don't know, watch me for the first time, you don't know, for example, I own a very sophisticated trading system that I will be engaging with this project here, that I own profit sharings where there is you know, considerable amount of capital, and you know, with those pumps we are getting on altcoins, I'm going to get payouts sometime soon, which I will be, of course, throwing at this one here, at this market here. When you learn that, then to you know, get rid of Hitec at this moment in time is literally the biggest mistake you can make. But you know, all of these guys that have sold here, the good part is all of these guys that sold here that caused this downtrend, they will be buying back way higher than it is right now. Well, way higher than the all-time high is here. So yeah, be here when that happens. Be here when that happens. Be in this market when that happens. Even with your $1 or $2, because like I said, it will be funding your next iPhone or your next MacBook Pro or something like that. So yeah, okay, let's take a look at more charts. Let's discuss a little bit more how is Bitcoin doing so far. It keeps rolling. It keeps rolling upwards, and it will stay that way. It will definitely stay that way. Others will keep liquidating the bears. I mean, same with Bitcoin, of course, because people, they completely do not understand. They completely don't get it. Where is the trade? Why is it not showing? Oh, okay. No, this is all this. Okay, that's why. So yeah, as you have seen, I mean, generally, I usually I do not show trades on this chart because TradingView keeps redrawing it, and usually when you get a trade, it should stay every single time you open the chart and you scroll it to the left. You should have the exits and entries in the same place, but TradingView keeps rewriting orders and it keeps showing entries and exits in different places, and that's why on this algorithm, and that's why I do not show those exits or entries, because it's completely inconsistent, and it's not because of it's not how this strategy works. So that would be like completely lying to you about how it works. But yeah, as you see here, the rocket was fairly early in this rally. There was one fake out before, and that if you wanted to trade that, the loss there would be like totally minor, and participation in this rally up would completely eclipse that tiny fake out prior to that. So like I said, usually I don't show it, but accidentally now you've seen it. You've seen it. Why it makes no sense to bet against me, because the money I make, I'll be reinjecting into high tech. And this is my meme coin. I treat it as my stock, even though this is just a meme coin, right? I treat it as my tokenization, and I don't lose things like that. It's not with me. Anybody else, of course, but absolutely, of course. But I think I'm the worst person to bet against when it comes to projects like these in the world, like literally in the world. I don't think you could find a person worse than me in that sense. So yeah, this one is an absolute fire. I mean, it looks amazing on every single interval we switch to. The weekly, the daily, the weekly, normal candles, Heiken Ashi candles. I mean, even on Heiken Ashi candles, we are making a new local high with candle body, which again, candle body to me counts the most, and that is literally what is happening, meaning that it gives me a very solid, strong confirmation that this is just the beginning. We are just, like I said, we are just emerging out of this thick zone of support, and we stayed here for way longer than I expected, which tells me somebody was manipulating the market just so it stays here for a little bit longer. So that pressure, that under pressure, that potential was being accumulated here, and now now I think we are going to see the release of the pressure, right? The that explosiveness in all of its glory. So yeah, if you stay sidelined in upcoming days, upcoming weeks, the amount of pain we will have to endure will be of such magnitude. You'll be remembering about it till your last day, even if you're a very young person, and you will be literally telling the stories to your kids about it, how bad it was. So yeah, I recommend you to, if you don't want to follow my advice, meaning invest in high tech, then at least get yourself like a little bit of 10 of your top altcoins that you like the most for whatever reason. It doesn't really matter what is going to be. Probably all of them are going to perform. I tell you to get 10, not one, because one can always turn out to be a scam if you are very unlucky. So just hedge a little bit, just diversify a little bit, and I think you will be doing remarkably well for, I mean, until the end of the summer, right? Because I've been explaining it on these live streams for so many times recent days why we must pump. There is the market mechanics guarantees us that we must pump. There is literally no other way for the prices, no other way for to go for those prices, for those coins, only up. because throughout all of this downtrend here, everyone and their mother sold. Here even more sold, and now this market is completely out of weak hands. Zero. Any volatility that we get is just to check out those tiny insects that are trying to ride the bull, and that's it. Those small fish, they're trying to sneak in between the whales, in between the market makers, and they get swallowed, and that's it. We are not really seeing any type of let's say price action noise that we should see. That is natural to this market. Everything is super mild, super polite. When we switch over to the Bitcoin chart, the volatility we've just seen on 15-minute time frame, this is literally nothing. Let me tell you, if this thing here scared you, you are totally not ready for what you're going to see when real volatility kicks in, right? Because this one here is like literally nothing. This correction here, like it was just a little bit over 6%. This is literally nothing. So if this checks you out, then I'm sorry, but highly likely you are going to lose literally everything in this market. So so I think it's much better to go and allocate something into high tech. It's going to be, from here where we are right now, is going to be an amazingly smooth ride. After this sell-off we just got today, from here, if you allocate into high tech, it's going to be an amazingly smooth ride. Like I said, I'm shocked that we are revisiting the prices, the prices that low. So now I'm like 1,000,000% sure that high tech is the easiest trade on the entire internet to pick up right now. Okay, let's. I mean, do I have anything to tell you about this one? Maybe let's take a look how USDT is doing, is performing, how beautifully it is breaking. it is cracking. And yeah, it's I mean, the daily that we just closed. Again, we are marking new lower low on the daily. And on top of that, as you see, currently is in red. Difficult not to like it, you know, from my perspective. Bitcoin dominance is like this thing is in full swing. And I was telling you guys, anyone who watched my live streams prior to that could hear that I was telling you 65% is ridiculously high for Bitcoin dominance. In today's day and age, ridiculously high, absolutely ridiculously high. I was blown away. We even managed to go that high. I don't even fully understand how it was possible. I mean, it had to be manipulated. I don't see any other way that not in naturally in fully organic manner we are going to 66% in this state of the market, because right now competition has much more to offer than Bitcoin and its narrative of digital gold. And it's I think now we are going to see its capability to steal market share from Bitcoin, and I think it's going to surpass wildest expectations. I think Bitcoin dominance is going to crash very, very badly from here, and the deepest levels of support we've seen so far are going to crack like a dry stick. So I think the altcoin market is going to outperform Bitcoin market by so huge margin nobody expects right now as we speak. So let's take a look. Maybe okay, let's go back to Crypto Bubbles. Let's see how this one is going. Haidal, what the hell is that? Haidal. Haidal, I don't even know how you should pronounce it. Yeah, this one is like straight up. So I don't trade it, to be perfectly honest. I did not trade it, but I already regret it. Why? Because if this one looks like this on the daily, then for 100% I will be in a trade on it. I know it for a fact, but I don't know from which show. Okay, I would already have received a plus 100% trade on it. So yeah, my bad. The entry was here at 12 cents, 12.21 cents. Yeah, I trade a lot of coins, many couple of hundreds, over a couple of hundreds of coins, but yeah, sometimes I will miss what is new on Binance. I will be a little bit too lazy to add it to my trading pool, and something like this will happen. But yeah, this one is not going to be, of course, any exception anytime soon. This will be like a normality. It will become the norm on all of the altcoins. So on all of altcoins. So that is why I'm going to get back mine anyway. And that's why I'm not turning apart my t-shirt right now, because tearing apart, sorry, turning my English, sorry, English is my second language, so from time to time I will say something funny, and I don't know, maybe that is why there is additional, you know, entertaining value in these shows. You can laugh at my English a little bit once in a while, or I don't know, maybe even every day. I have nothing against. So yeah, anything I want to add here? Maybe let's go over to liquidation levels. How those are looking right now for last 24 hours. Last time I checked, it wasn't anything impressive on Bitcoin, and as you see, it is staying that way. Below $65 million for the last 24 hours across all of big exchanges. On the other side of the stick, as you see, Ethereum is actually making good numbers because, as you see, longs liquidated only 32 million, shorts liquidated 144 million, so almost 5 times 5 times the amount of longs. So yeah, bears are getting smacked, absolutely smacked, left and right, every part of the body, and butt kicked badly with powerful kicks. And it's going to stay like that. It's going to stay like that. Today I was on my X. I was laughing at people even mentioning that Ethereum could get to 80k. I don't know how they imagine Ethereum going to 80k, because remember, smart contract networks are infrastructures, right? They are made so you can make applications. With costs of transactions of operations right now are at where we stand, is already too expensive for developers to operate, to actually make anything that makes sense on Ethereum. And you want it to cost 80k? like it makes literally zero sense for Ethereum. I mean, it makes sense only in I don't know, in version of reality in which, for whatever silly reason, the speculation on Ethereum price goes way out of hand, because most of the people, they don't really realize what is actually the sense of existence of Ethereum. What is it for? They treat it as money. It's not money, it's actually infrastructure. So it must be attractive in some way. It must be attractive to those that use it. Those that use it are developers, are literally the app developers. And you would not want to have to pay, I don't know, $200 for sending a message on a DApp application, right? That literally, that's the reason why 80k for Ethereum makes no sense. I still think it's going to make new all-time highs because of its name, because of how big the name is. But I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Like here, Street Trades answers, if ETH could hit like Bitcoin in 2017, lives would be changed. So like he says $20,000 in now. That's still way too expensive. Wolf says, my base case is conservative 8k to 13k. Yeah, that's I think is 8k. I think could happen. 13k, a little bit high, but I don't really know how aggressive the evaluation of US dollar is going to be with so much printing that they already planned. So maybe, measured in dollar, maybe two, but 80k, no way, man, no way. I don't believe that. But I must tell you, if Ethereum is going to 80k, I'm in Ethereum before it went there. As you see right now, my algorithm detected the move that just happened and put me into 35% of profit on Ethereum. If it's going to 80k, it's going with me, right? It's going with me because my systems will make sure that I'm in that trade if I'm totally wrong about it, and for whatever crazy, absolutely batshit crazy reason, Ethereum is reaching 80k, right? Which, like I said, makes, fundamentally speaking, makes absolutely. I mean, it's bonkers, right? The idea right now is absolutely bonkers. I mean, how much dollar would have to fall, or I don't know. The guys from Ethereum, the dev team, will have to come up with something that literally puts it on par with Solana in terms of performance. Then yes, but that one is very difficult to do because around Ethereum there is a lot of different groups of interest that they want to maintain the status quo, and they will be fighting back any changes. So that the size of Ethereum, I mean, like the adoption, how many people, how many businesses are around Ethereum is its biggest enemy. So I don't really think that is going to happen. I could be wrong though. always remember I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I would still I will still benefit from it. Why? Because I do not trade manually. I have my systems and they do that for me. So yeah. I've been posting a little bit more recently on my X profile. That is why, I don't know, maybe it's worth to give me a follow on my X. I think this, let's say, this format is quite easy for me. So probably you will see a huge increase in my activity on X, because I've been doing this, like for example, commenting, making a screenshot and commenting on my Telegram groups for quite a while, and I feel comfortable with that form of communication. And I think it's going to, the X algorithms are going to consider it something attractive. So I think the biggest incentive for me is to spend my time on X like this instead of Telegram group, where only a very limited circle of people can interact with my content like this. So yeah, if you follow me on X, you will definitely see much more of this type of material, and it will definitely serve well to my meme coin, because at the end of the day, I will get more follows, people will be viewing my video content more, and then they'll get I would say indoctrinized more by me to persuaded to get themselves at least a little bit of high tech. So I think it will work hugely in favor of my coin. So yeah, okay, let's go over to my timeline and let's see what funny we can spot on the network. Coin Bureau, the blockchain remembers what history forgets. Yeah. Guy, if this keeps up, Uber won't have any drivers left. XRP. Yeah, this is a really funny comment, man. This is a really funny comment because, yeah, for some reason, XRP is really very popular among Uber drivers. Income Shack says, is it a rule that every Uber driver has to own XRP? I think it is. For whatever, I think it is. And XRP is a nasty coin. I mean, the people behind XRP are nasty people, because I remember how they were lying in 2017 about that coin, about the partnerships and stuff. And my God, I mean, they're posting so much crap that had nothing to do with facts, that it was disgusting, absolutely disgusting. I remember it definitely way too well to respect that coin, but I still trade it. And as a matter of fact, I'm in a trade on XRP, even though I don't like it. But it has enough volatility to make money from it. Okay, sorry for that. So yeah, to me, it's just a tool, right? I can hate a coin and still trade it and still make money from it. So this one plus 38%. So as you see, this trade is actually, this coin is right now is performing better than Ethereum, right? Almost plus 40%, plus 38.92. So yeah, when it comes to traders, I mean, never get angry at trader if trader bashes your coin, because that trader will still trade it anyway, right? So and me, I trade only spot. I do not short the market. I do not trade leverage. I highly discourage you from trading on futures market, anything with margin that involves margin trading or leverage trading. You will get wiped out. The math of leverage trading completely does not add up. And if I have enough of people asking me about it, how will I explain it? I can explain it to you in a way that you will definitely understand that it does not add up. I think a child with basic knowledge, like literally elementary school level of math, is able to quickly understand why leverage should be avoided at all cost, and the promise it gives you is so false it cannot be any false here. If that's a word in English dictionary, probably not. So yeah, don't be angry at me if I'm bashing your coin. If you're an XRP person or a Cardano person, I still trade it on the spot. Okay, what else we have here? What else we got? Well, insider Justin publicly traded Sharplink Gaming buys another 9,424 ETH worth 32 million. So yeah, as you see, people are buying ETH. Retail is standing aside. I mean, even though crypto fear and greed index is looking a little bit better today, it's 70. Yesterday was at 68. Am I correct? Yeah, it's at 70. So you could think, the interest is already there, but let me tell you, no, absolutely not. There is zero retail. Liquidations levels are proving us literally that the street, so-called street, is not with us yet, right? Not Wall Street, the street, the people, moms and pops, Uber drivers and stuff. Then there are still the barbers, the waiters. They're not with us yet. They will come, but in order for them to come, they must see much higher prices than what we can experience right now in the market. So if you are still here, yeah, you highly likely you are going to see your bugs recovering pretty well. And if you did not overdo it last time you opened your entries, which was probably at hefty prices, and you were doing DCA right now, you may even break even. I mean, most of the people, they commit so severe mistakes when they invest or when they trade, that they generate so much drawdown, they generate so much losses, that even if later market pumps by huge values, huge I'm lacking a word. I'm lacking the exact word I wanted to use. Yeah, I think I will have to stick with numbers. It's not the one I wanted, but my English is falling short. My memory actually is falling short right now. They still do not even break even. So yeah, most of the people, they lose track of what they've been doing, with their trading, and they don't even know if they are in profit overall or in a loss overall. Later it comes out when you regain the data, when you do the all of the calculations. It turns out most of the time they're in a significant loss, even if they were doing DCA for some time and caught a pump. And I know it. I know it for a fact, because on a couple of occasions I was checking few of the people I know. I was checking their results. I was checking their moves on exchanges, on blockchains, and 100% of the time it was literally the same situation. They were in a huge loss, and they even thought they were in a profit. So very laughable. But yeah, people will be people, of course. Okay, let's go over to. But you know what? Since I checked XRP, let me take a look at Cardano. Cardano, I also have it in a position. This one is performing plus 27. Sorry, this one is performing the worst out of those three: Ethereum, Ripple, and Cardano. Cardano is underperforming against remaining two. But still better than Bitcoin, as you see, still better than Bitcoin. And who knows, maybe it will kick harder sometime soon. And Cardano is another coin that I don't really like because of Charles Hoskinson. Again, he so many times he was pushing crap down people's throats, and that is why he got rid of my respect long ago. And even it's actually enough to know about him that he was lying. He was a graduate from university, and meanwhile, when it was checked, and the university he was talking about confirmed, I think they even said that he was never a student or something like that. So he literally was running some ridiculous lie, some ridiculous story, which was totally unnecessary. If you lie, and on top of that you lie when it's not needed, I mean, that tells volumes about you. Reminds Justin, U.S. House to vote on forcing release of Epstein files. Yeah. You know what? Well, you know what I think? I mean, given what Donald Trump has been talking about the recent days, I think they are going to release it, and it's going to be a nothing burger, and probably those files will be fabricated. So they will release fabricated files that will be a nothing burger. The world will believe it's authentic, and Donald Trump will earn brownie points in eyes of his supporters. And the next time he will be saying, "Trust me, it's boring," because that's what he said about the Epstein files. They'll be like, "Okay, Trump said it's boring, so it's boring. So there is nothing to look out for there." And let's see if I'm right. Let's see. I mean, he'll pull off a move in which he will say, "Okay, you know what, I was telling you it's boring, but fine, here you have it," and he will literally give. I mean, the government will literally give completely fabricated files, and there won't be anything there, obviously. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Print more, Abu says. 1 billion USDT just minted at Tether Treasury, and that was 11 hours ago, so a while ago. Shane Gillis at the SPs. Trump wants to stage a UFC fight on the White House lawn. The last time he staged a fight in DC, Mike Pence almost died. There was supposed to be an Epstein joke here, but I guess it got deleted. Okay. All right. Good Telegraph. CZ says Bitcoin could solve most public debt. Yeah. I have seen a post that if Bulgaria were not to sell their Bitcoin back in 2000, I don't know, 16, I think, with the value of Bitcoin, today's value of Bitcoin, they will get rid of their national debt. So imagine that. It's funny. If you're incapable of criticizing your favorite politician, you're in a cult. That's this Skeletor. Yeah, probably. Especially if he does something blatantly wrong, obviously wrong. Me, I like Trump. I like Trump, but what he's doing right now is super weird, and it cannot be, definitely cannot be supported. He better has a really solid reason for saying what he says, and pretty much all of his, I mean, vast majority of his supporters understand it. Okay, allow me to quickly check what about the live chat. The live chat is here. How is the connection going? Connection is stable, so you guys definitely can see me and you can hear me. That's good. For how long have I been talking to you? 47 minutes, all right. Anything is changing on crypto bubbles? Oh, a little bit of a red. So probably Bitcoin has a little bit of a pullback. Yeah, literally that. That is how altcoins react. First hours, you know, first hours after daily close when Bitcoin is having a little bit of a pullback. Same stuff every day. Ethereum is catching a bit because it's becoming adopted as the global financial race for stablecoin issuance. Cardano, nobody can even tell when the next hard fork is scheduled or what's in it. Yeah, bro, but Ethereum is too expensive to use stablecoins as a real currency. Like if you, for example, want to use stablecoins on Solana, you can literally go and pay for coffee and I don't know, pay for a coffee, pay for a bill, and the amount you will have to pay in fees for transaction is going to be so small that you will never care about it. On Ethereum is going to be a visible part of what you just spent, right? If you, I don't know, if you pay for I don't know, $5 coffee, and the transfer will cost you $1. I mean, come on. Even if it's 50 cents, it's too much. It's 10%, is way too much. But they said memes have topped. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. And last 2 days are showing that clearly. I think the meme coin space is going to evolve into what I'm doing with my meme coin, with Hightech. So it's going to become indirectly a stock, a tokenization of influencers, of different influencers, or even groups of influencers. And you know, in that, when we put it in that light, those projects, they will acquire a real value, like intrinsic value. Breaking: President Trump has just signed the HAT Fentanyl Act into law. This will permanently classify fentanyl-related substances as a Schedule 1 drug under the Controlled Substances Act. Many Americans' lives will be saved. Okay, that's crazy that it actually has become a problem in the United States. I mean, because what this thing does to people, I mean, who would ever want to go through that? It's literally beyond my comprehension. Study Bitcoin projected on the European Central Bank at $30,000 2 years ago. Yeah. Reheating some old posts. It's actually boring. If you're on the internet as much as I am, then I don't like posts like that. I prefer something up to date. Epstein alert. We are putting up a 10k bounty paid next summer Zcash or fresh out the mine Virgin BTC for anyone who leaks the unrelated Epstein client list. Sorry, unredacted, not unrelated. Unredacted Epstein client list. Privacy tools funding real journalism. Imagine that. I don't think they will get anything worth attention. Probably again, bunch of false stuff, of faked documents. Cointelegraph: Justin Federate cut odds surged to 63% for September amid rumors of Jerome Powell's potential dismissal. Yeah, probably he's going to get dismissed. I think the odds for that are much higher than they bet on. Okay, guys. Not much on my timeline. I don't know. Maybe it's the hour or maybe I already have seen you know, the most interesting post for today, or one or the other. Anyway, share, like, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Consider getting yourself a little bit of high tech while it stays this low. This is, I will say it again. Now is definitely the, like, above any doubt, literally, no, not even the slightest doubt in my mind. This is the best trade to pick on the whole internet. High tech at prices this low is mental. It's just literally mental. So yeah, guys, thank you for your time. Oh, and I would have forgotten the link to the trading pool, the liquidity pool of high tech. You will find in the description section of this live stream, just in case you don't know, if you watch it on Rumble or you watch it on YouTube. Other than that, no, yeah. If you watch it on Twitch, then probably you will see it in my bio, or in my about section, the same link. So just go there. So yeah, that's it. That's enough for today. Thank you guys for your time. I will definitely see you sometime soon. Cheers.